Hey everyone, I just wanted to hop on here real quick and give you a heads up that the Weekend Warrior Club membership on Patreon is closing its doors to new members. And the very last day that you can sign up will be Wednesday, September 10th. That's right. You have until Wednesday, September 10th to sign up as a Weekend Warrior Club member on Patreon. After that, I am shutting down my doors to any new members until further notice. That's right. I'm shutting down my doors until further notice. At some point, I will be opening it back up to the public, but it'll be at a higher rate. Everyone that signs up between now and September 10th will be grandfathered in indefinitely as long as you hold the club membership at $6 a month. And for $6 a month, you get 5% off your orders to Jake's Bait and Tackle, 10% off your orders to Catoctin Creek Rods, 10% off your orders to Tiger Crankbaits, ad-free episodes of the show, members-only content, members giveaways, our private Facebook group community, and of course, our fishing tournaments that are backed by the Fishing the DMV podcast, our sponsors, and myself included. Tournaments such as the Sizzlin Summer Showdown, Frostbite Frenzy, and so many more fun events that we have here that I promote for you guys. You have until September 10th to sign up, and then I'm shutting down access or entry to our club until further notice. At some point in 2026 or 2027, I will open it back up again, but it'll be at a much higher rate. Link in the episode description down below. Thank you so much. You're listening to Fishing the DMV with your host, Thomas Ahrens. Fishing the DMV is brought to you by Jake's Bait and Tackle, located in Winchester, Virginia.
If that doesn't get you jacked up, I don't know what will.
Good evening, everybody. How is everyone doing tonight? This is the big event, the end of the Sizzling Summer Showdown event. What a cool event. Tons of fish caught. And without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Let me get up my old screen here. All right, cool. All right, we are here for the Sizzling Summer Showdown. This is being pre-recorded. It is already out on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, Patreon, private Facebook group, Facebook itself, and YouTube. You can find this anywhere and everywhere. Let's kind of get into everything right now, shall we? The first thing that we're going to be getting into is just some stats that I found out pretty interesting for this event. So let me make this a little bit bigger there. For this event, we had over 40 anglers participate, 575 fish caught in total. The breakdown for that is 212 largemouth, 339 smallmouth, 8 bluegill, 7 crappie, 7 rock bass, and 2 snakehead. This was by far the worst event when it came to snakehead, which is pretty crazy. We had tons of bluegill caught, crappie, bluegill won it out completely, and the rock bass kind of made it up there, and we'll be talking about that here in a minute as well. So let's get into the largemouth standings. Okay. Big thing for the largemouth standings, smallmouth standings and stuff. We are giving away for this event $500 in a plaque to first place, $200 in a plaque to second place, $150 and a plaque to third place, $100 and a plaque to fourth place. And then fifth place will be receiving a plaque. And that is the same thing for the smallmouth division. And we'll get into that here shortly. And without further ado, what I'm going to do is just to build up a little bit of suspense before I show it off to the screen here. Let's go with the smaller standings, but let's start from the bottom and work our way up. So in 17th place, we have Ty Hemlick with 12.75 inches. And again, guys, just to let you know that this is your best 8 smallmouth and your best 8 largemouth. We separated out the standings. I messed up on Turniacs and it just showed way too many fish. And I was paranoid if I kind of corrected it and it just completely destroyed the standings. This way we have 2 distinct divisions. You could catch all your fish, blah, blah, blah. And I just separated out your best 8 smallmouth, your best 8 largemouth. I do again apologize for messing that up. So with that said, in 17th place, we have Ty Helmick with 12.75 inches. In 16th place, with 14.50 inches, we have Cody Oliver. In 15th place, with 60.25 inches in the largemouth division, we have Lee Wells. In 14th place, with 72.25 inches, we have Brian Lucas. In 13th place, with 127.25 inches, we have Michael Prey. In 12th place in the largemouth division with 131.75 inches, we have Aaron Ball. In 11th place with 132.50 inches, we have Greg Oakes. In 10th place with 136.00 inches, we have Charlie Russell, and he's in 10th place with 136.00 inches. In 9th place with 141.50 inches, we have Gary Duncan. In 8th place with 144.50 inches, we have Jamie McLean. In 7th place with 146 inches on the dot, we have Jason Church. Jason Church bringing up the 7th place finish. In 6th place with 147.75 inches, we have Bruce Callies. 6th place. And now this gets us into the top 5. The top 5, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go. So this is why I'm not showing off the standings here, just to build up a little bit more suspension, and then I'll show off the standings and everything. In 5th place, in the largemouth division, taking home a plaque, we have Jason Niche. Where's my music here? There it is. Well done, sir. He had 153.25 inches, your 8th best largemouth. In 4th place, with 155.50 inches, we have Pete Whitetaker. Congratulations, stud. That is a beautiful, beautiful 8-fish limit. In 3rd place, with 164.00 inches, we have Larry Gray. Well done, sir. Well done indeed. And this gets us to our gruesome twosome, the top 2 guys that recorded the biggest largemouth, their best 8, if you will, for the entire event. In 2nd place, with 169.25 inches, we have Dave Hart. Congratulations, dude. Awesome, awesome job. And in 1st place, we have, with 174.75 inches, we have Stephen Beck. Congratulations, dude. That is awesome. So let me get that here to you with the old standings here. Again, they're the standings. And of course, all of this will be available and allowed to be seen tomorrow. I will make everything available so you can go take a look at it. And it'll also be available if you're a Patreon member. You can download the PDF with everything on it as well. Congratulations to all of the winners. And I'll be saying this repeatedly over time, but I'll be getting payments out to everyone between now and next week. So I'm Friday to Friday is my hope. I will, if I can get a hold of you, and if you guys have won, please message me somehow so I can get a hold of you faster. So if you're listening to this and you would like to get paid or your plaque, please reach a hold of me. If I don't have your information, just double check and reach out. And I'll try to get that to you. Again, from Friday to Friday, you will get paid out completely. And then plaques, I did order 2 days ago. I ordered the plaques. They should be in by the 15th, I believe. And once they're in, I'll be delivering those too. But they've already been paid for and shipped out. So hopefully I'll be getting those. So anyway, that right there, guys, is the largemouth division. So now let's get to the biggest largemouth caught. The biggest largemouth caught. Luckily, there were no tiebreakers. We are going with the 4 biggest largemouth caught in the event. 4 biggest largemouth in the event. You have to be a separate person, by the way. This is the Hunter Smith rule. As you guys know, each event, I always work on adjusting it, try to making them better. Some experiments work, some experiments don't. And instead of just having one person have a crazy day and win every single award in a month-long derby where it's kind of depressing, it's like, oh, what's the point in trying? Basically, if you catch a 24-inch largemouth, congratulations, biggest largemouth of the event, and your next one is 24 and a half, guess what? You can count one of them. So then we go to the next biggest fish caught by a separate person. So you can't double dip the Big Fish Awards. We spread the love out. It makes it more competitive, makes it more interesting, especially for these longer month-long events. It's kind of boring if somebody just wins at day one, then what's the point? And again, this tournament trail, and I'll be saying this a bunch, is not about being the next Hobie, the best Bassmaster, the next MLF. This is a supplementing thing to say thank you to all of my Patreon supporters, saying thank you guys because you support the show. This is 100% just something to give back to you guys. It's never going to be a massive tournament trail where you can just get rich quick and, live off this and pay your mortgage. So this is a huge thank you to everyone who supports the show, especially as I'm going through a little bit of a job crisis. So, all right, let's get into it. The fourth largest largemouth recorded in this event goes to Bruce Callis. Bruce with this beautiful 22.75 inch beautiful stud of a largemouth. The third largest largemouth recorded in this event goes to Larry Gray. Larry caught this beautiful 23.25 inch stud. The second largest largemouth recorded is Dave Hart with a beautiful 23.25 inch largemouth. First tiebreaker for Big Fish Awards goes to which fish was caught first. The fish that was caught first will be the one that takes a little bit of a higher precedence when it's a tie like that. But it doesn't matter because you both get a plaque that says Big Fish and you get $100. So that's all that counts. And the largest fish recorded in this series, the shindig, is Stephen Beck with this beautiful 23.50 inch largemouth. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Round of applause to all of the competitors in the largemouth division and the largemouth Big Fish Award winners. Congratulations to everyone. If you are one of those winners, just feel free to text me, reach out to me, and you're going to get your money within a week's time. And then the plaques, as soon as I get them, I'll start shipping them out. So, smallmouth division. Let's get into the old smallmouth division, shall we? Again, same thing as the largemouth division. First place, $500 in a plaque. Second place, $200 in a plaque. Third place, $150 in a plaque. Fourth place, $100 in a plaque. And fifth place gets a plaque. So, let's get into it. And as always, just to build up a little suspension, I'm going to be reading them off right here, and then I'll be debuting it on the board for you guys to see. So in 24th place with 7 inches, we have Justin Akers. In 23rd place with 29 inches, we have George Lazo. In 22nd place with 34.50 inches, we have Mr. Chun. In 21st place with 68.75 inches, we have Cody Oliver. In 20th place with 111.75 inches, we have Jamie McLean. Jamie would have been way up there in the standings before I shit the bed with the whole mixed bag versus smallmouth division. My apologies to that big dog. In 19th place with 120 inches, we have Scott Miller. In 18th place with 122.75 inches, we have Mr. Trey Leach. Go check him out, guys. He has been a godsend this year for me in my kayak. If you have any questions about Torquedo, about any electric motor, kayak stuff, he can whisper to that. He can talk to the broken thing, and he can fix it. Go check him out. And then a little bit of a tie there with 18th and 17th place. What we have is Ty Helmick with 22.75 inches as well. In 16th place in the smallmouth division, with 129.75 inches, we have Lee Wells. In 15th place, with 131 inches on the dot, we have Brian Lucas. In 14th place in the smallmouth division, with 131.75 inches, we have Charlie Russell. In 13th place, with 132.50 inches, we have Nathan Fee. In 12th place, with 135.25 inches, we have Brian Heath. Heath bringing up into the old 12th place column. We're getting up there, boys. We're getting up there. In 11th place, with 135.50 inches, we have Tyler Simmons. In 10th place, with 136.75, we have Matthew Gills. In ninth place, breaking into the top 10 with 141.25 inches, we have Douglas Spatch. In eighth place, with 146.00 inches, we have the myth of the Shenandoah Valley, Greg Oaks. In seventh place, with 148.25 inches, we have Todd Spatch. In sixth place, with 148.50 inches, we have Joe Edwards. And we're finally here, guys. We are in the top 5 anglers. Okay, the fifth place plaque to our 5th place finisher of this event with 149.50 inches is Toby Foster. Toby takes home our first accolade in the smallmouth division with 149.50 inches. Congratulations, big dog. All right, we're going to our first cash winner for this standings in 4th place in the smallmouth division with 157 inches. We have Jose Serrano. Congratulations, big dog. 157 inches, man. That is a lot. And he caught some beautiful Potomac River smallmouth. Let's break into the top 3 here. What do we got going on? With 158.00 inches in 3rd place, we have Jared Clare. He did a wonderful job kicking butt on the old mighty Susquehanna River. And in 2nd place, taking home $200 and a plaque, we have the myth, the legend, the river rat of the Upper Potomac himself, Cliff Bennett. Congratulations, big dog, with 162.00 inches. Absolutely a phenomenal job. And in 1st place with 164.75 inches, we have Jacob Hausman. Stop doing that. Sorry, guys. I don't have my earbuds in, so I'm assuming the applause goes and it keeps button. Anyway, sorry. So, Jacob, congratulations with 164.75 inches. Guys, there it is. There is. Let me just go show this on the old screen right now. There it is, guys. All the way from 24th place all the way up to 1st. Jacob Hausman, Cliff Bennett, Jared Clare, Jose Serrano, Toby Foster, Joe Edwards, Todd Spatch, Greg Oaks, Douglas Spatch, Matthew Gillis, Tyler Simmons, Brian Heath, Nathan Fee, Charlie Russell, Brian Lucas, Lee Wells, Ty Helmick, Mr. Trey Leach, Scott Miller, Jamie McLean, Cody Oliver, Chun, George Lazo, and Justin Akers. Congratulations, everyone in the smallmouth division. You guys did a wonderful job. Now let's get to the smallmouth big fish awards. So what we're doing with the smallmouth division, just because it is very unique, all of the river systems kind of make it a little bit unique. And we have, this is another thing too, it's like the breakdown. We almost have a fairly even split between Virginia, Maryland, and the Susquehanna guys. Susquehanna guys being the way it is and stuff, I wanted to make sure we separated it out. And so it's very easy with the river systems that we have to say this is the smallmouth division for the Pennsylvania, Maryland waters, and Virginia waters. So just to keep that in mind. So Pennsylvania is pretty straightforward because it's like 2 rivers everyone fishes there, and it's all in the state of Pennsylvania. Biggest thing with Maryland is the Potomac River because it's sandwiched between a couple of states. Same thing with the Shenandoah River because Shenandoah River is Virginia and West Virginia, believe it or not. And so how we do that is pretty much the Shenandoah River is a Virginia river, so the whole thing counts as Virginia. The Potomac River counts as Maryland waters because a lot of it is bodied next to Maryland and they own it. So even up into the West Virginia portion, that's all counts towards the Maryland side. If I get a shit ton more West Virginia anglers and they want to divvy it up, or is there even a specific West Virginia river? I don't think there is. Is there a specific West Virginia river? I'm assuming, I probably should know that, but that's how that works there. So with that said, it's the 2 biggest smallmouth. Same thing as we did with the largemouth division. If you catch 2 fish that are 30 inches long, you count the biggest one, and then the next biggest caught by a separate person can win the second prize. Keeps it interesting. And hopefully, if we get sponsors and stuff like that in the future, especially in 2026, we get things worked out. I'll increase all of the big fish divisions. I think that's, at least from talking to people. That's where the fun is the way I have it structured. Everyone feels like they can compete. They enjoy that. I just want to fill it out to make more big fish awards for smallmouth, bluegill, crappie, and largemouth too. So that'll be coming here as we continue to grow, and I get a little bit better with this. So let's just get right into it. So first thing, we're going to go up on the border, which I guess it's not the border. Well, it's Pennsylvania waters. So the first thing we got going on here is big fish for Pennsylvania. The second biggest largemouth recorded in Pennsylvania waters is Jared Clare with his beautiful 21-inch smallmouth. The biggest smallmouth caught in Pennsylvania waters, again, I guess it's on who caught who first. It's the same size. You both get cash. You both get a plaque. Is Jacob Hausman with a 21-inch stud smallmouth as well. So that finishes out our Pennsylvania smallmouth waters. Let's move on to the next one. In the Pennsylvania waters, we have Tyler Simmons with this beautiful 21.0-inch smallmouth. Absolutely a beautiful, beautiful fish. Love the tail on that thing. Monstrous fish. That is the second biggest smallmouth caught in Maryland waters. The biggest goes to Mr. Cliff Bennett with this 21.50-inch brown football stud. Absolutely a beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. Now let's get into our Virginia division, our Virginia waters. What do we have here? So we have in second place, we have Matthew Gills. Congratulations, big dog, with this 20-inch beautiful stud smallmouth. Beautiful, beautiful fish. And then let's go there. In first place, we have Ty Helmick with a beautiful 21.50-inch smallmouth. Absolutely beautiful. And there you guys have it. That is your Big Fish Awards for the smallmouth division. And then again, guys, just get a hold of me, text me, or I'll text you. That way I can figure it out. Again, payments will go out between Friday to Friday. So that would be, let me whip up my old math here. Hold on 5 seconds. Yep, from the 5th to the 12th. I should have everyone paid out by the 12th, no problem. Just giving you that time frame because I'll be texting back and forth and that stuff. But I'll be starting to reach out to you guys tomorrow, as long as everyone agrees with the rulings and everything. Everyone's all happy with that. Let's see. Okay. So the side quest challenge. So it is the 2 biggest snakehead, 2 biggest sunfish / bluegill, the 2 biggest rock bass, and the 2 biggest crappie win $100 and a plaque. So let's get into it here. So let's go with this snakehead side pot. This is easy because there was only 2 snakehead recorded. The second largest snakehead that basically held up for day 1, like 2 months ago. I am ashamed of all you guys. There's 40 of you fishing and we got 2 snakehead caught. Come on. So 26.25 inches goes to Mr. Lee Wells, the dragon trainer himself. And then the largest snakehead recorded goes to Jason Church, this beautiful 27.25-inch dragon. And then let's get on to the old crappie division. All right, boop, boop, there we go. So the biggest crappie recorded goes to Aaron Ball. Congratulations, dude, on this 14.50-inch beauty. Caught in the summertime. I know it's not crappie season, so thank you guys for bearing with that. I didn't think that about crappie in the summertime. That was my bad. Whoopsies. And then the second biggest crappie recorded on our scales, Brian Lucas. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful 11.75-inch beauty. Congratulations, dude. All right, and let's get into our next division, which is going to be the bluegill and sunfish side pot. So the biggest bluegill recorded right now goes to Joey Edwards. Congratulations, dude. That is a beautiful 8.25-inch bluegill. Again, bluegill, sunfish, semantics, but those both count to the same division. And then we got something interesting here for the tiebreaker. Just letting you guys know, the first tiebreaker for the Big Fish Award is going to be which one was submitted first. So with that said, the first one submitted between the second biggest fish would go to Aaron Ball, who recorded his at 7:22. Back on 7:22:25. So Aaron gets the beautiful, beautiful bluegill here. That is 8 inches. Huge shout out though again to Ty for another 8-inch bluegill. That's a beautiful bluegill. A lot of big bluegill caught, honestly. And then let's get into our rock bass. The next thing we got here, this is interesting. We have a new species alert. I texted Bruce about this. This is the power of pre-recording, baby. To talk to him about this. He submitted this fish and I looked at it and it's like, there's something interesting about that thing. And I submitted this fish to the Virginia Department of Wildlife Resources to be like, dude, it kind of looks like a rock bass, but I'm not sure. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a warmouth. This is the first time something like this has actually been submitted. This thing is really freaking cool. Just go type in warmouth. That's what this is. Technically, it doesn't count as a rock bass, but I did just, I sent Bruce a gift card to Jake's Bait and Tackle as a little surprise because I quite literally have never seen one caught before. I don't think I've ever caught one before. So I thought that was a cool little species thing there. But yep, that is a warmouth. Never seen one that big before, but there you go. So that gets into our big rock bass awards, which is the first one is by Tyler Simmons, this beautiful 7.25 inch rock bass here. And the last one is by Douglas Spatch, this beautiful 7.25 inch rock bass right there as well. Guys, that's it. Congratulations to everyone that competed in this tournament. Congratulations. Awesome, awesome stuff to everyone. Thank you again for being a part of this tournament. So many fish caught. Thank you guys for just being patient with me, like redoing this whole spreadsheet. Because it's Tourney X, I have to copy paste everything to an Excel spreadsheet and then separate everything out, count, and then redo that every single week, screenshot and Photoshop the photos and stuff. So I'm not complaining. It does take some time, and I fell behind a couple of weeks. I do apologize. The next tournament is maybe October. I got to find out, because if you guys don't know, I backstop most of the stuff financially out of my own savings account. And yeah, I'm still looking for a job. So I am trying to scrounge up some sponsors to hopefully help really back in this one, because I had some sponsors back out of the Summer Sizzler that usually help. So I had to back end that myself even more so than I thought I would, which was not great with losing the job. Wife was not too happy about that, but she understood that I made a promise to you guys. So I just had to backfill a little bit more out of our savings account right now since the sponsors backed out. But I'm going to hopefully find some sponsors for the October tournament. If not, I will try to let you guys know by mid-September if we just do a smaller event, and then I can save up some money, and then we'll make the holiday bass tournament. We'll make that one big. We'll make that one a big ass tournament. So that's what we'll do. So I'll let you guys vote on that. Like if we just want to just do a little fun thing that doesn't count as a tournament in October, and then make the Bass Bash one the big one. That way I have some time to save up some more money for it. We'll let you guys vote. We'll figure it out here. But yep, that's what we're going to do. And I'll also talk to you guys about the new rules that I've been playing with. I've been talking to a bunch of you guys privately about this to get a feel for it. Sounds like people kind of like the new idea for the format I have in mind. But again, this is what we do here. We experiment, you try it, and afterwards we'll see what worked and what didn't. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook, or fishingthedmv@gmail.com. Or if you have my phone number, you can text me as well. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys next time on Fishing the DMV. Bye. You're listening to Fishing the DMV with your host, Thomas Ahrens. Fishing the DMV is brought to you by Jake's Bait and Tackle, located in Winchester, Virginia.
If that doesn't get you jacked up, I don't know what will.